Hi, here is the area of the triangles flip grid for this week. Make sure that you're doing the work from March 30th through April 3rd. Today we'll be determining the solutions of area of triangles. We'll also be finding the area of the triangles when given the dimensions using the formula, or finding the dimensions when given the area. You will know that you're successful when you get an 80% on the Google Classroom form that is attached to this video. Remember, starting this week, you will actually get grades for your assignment, so please make sure you complete all assignments that are attached to this Google Classroom. Also, before you watch this video, make sure you've watched a video from Alvin ISD, Rachel Sanders. She's gone over area and volume. My video is more specific to the types of questions that are on the Google form. All right, also remember to answer the questions in the Google form. This is a grade, so all of the things that you do this week are grades. If you have a 60 or below, then you have the option of making corrections to improve your grade. Details for that is on the Google Classroom site. If you don't know what to do or have questions about how to do it, please email me at cjones@alvinisd.net. We can classify triangles. You learned about classifying triangles last year in the 5th grade, but here's a quick review. You can classify triangles by side. An equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides. An isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides. And a scalene triangle has no equal sides. You can also classify triangles by angles. An acute triangle has 3 angles that are less than 90 degrees. A right triangle has 1 angle that is equal to 90 degrees. And an obtuse triangle has 1 angle that is greater than 90 degrees. So today we're going to talk about area of a triangle. So what is area? The area of any figure is the amount of space the object takes up. So basically the area is going to deal with the inside of that shape. You always want to know the dimensions, which are the parts of a specific shape. So this parallelogram is going to have a base and also a height. This triangle has a base and a height. We'll be discussing how to find the dimensions of different triangles throughout this video. So an area of a triangle, we can use the formula for area of a rectangle to find the formula for area of a triangle. 2 triangles make up 1 rectangle. We know that there's the base and the height of a rectangle. So the formula for finding the area of a rectangle is base times height. However, if I want to find the area of a triangle, I'm going to have to find half of the area of this rectangle, because 1 triangle is half of the area of the rectangle. So if I take that triangle and try to find the area, again, I'm going to need the base and the height. And then I need to think about the formula. What do you think the formula is for area of a triangle? Pause the video and come back when you have an answer. All right, the formula for area of a triangle would definitely be divided by 2. That is because we're finding half of the area. So the actual area formula would be area equals base times height divided by 2. This holds true for any triangle. So if I have a triangle that is going to be an isosceles triangle, which means that 2 sides are the same, I can also create a parallelogram. Remember, the formula for finding area of a parallelogram is base times height, just like the formula for rectangle. So with that being said, in order for me to find the area of one of these isosceles triangles, I would have to take the base times height and divide by 2. Keep in mind where the dimensions are. The base is here, and the height of an isosceles triangle, it's going to be on the inside from the vertex to the base. So on some triangles, the height will be on the inside from the vertex to the base. You will probably see more of these type of triangles than right triangles when we're doing our work this week. So please make sure you know the height is from the vertex to the base. The only two dimensions you need to find area is base and height. A triangle is half of the area of a rectangle. So let's find the area of this triangle based on this rectangle. We know the area or the dimensions of this rectangle is 5 meters is the base and 12 meters is the height. And we know we're going to use the formula area equals base times height divided by 2 to find the area of a triangle. So this triangle has a base of 5 and it also has a height of 12. In order to find the area of this triangle, I'm going to multiply 5 times 12 and divide it by 2. Pause the video, write this information down, and come back when you have the answer for area of this triangle. All right, well, the area of this triangle is going to be 30. 5 times 12 is 60, and 60 divided by 2 will give you 30. So the area for this triangle is 30 meters squared, or 30 square meters. Remember, when talking about area, you use square units. Always use square units. Find the area of this triangle. Notice that this triangle has a lot of numbers. It's really important to really understand what are the dimensions of this triangle. Remember, the formula can be written as 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. Now let's figure out what are the dimensions. 11 centimeters represents the base of this triangle, but which one of these numbers represent the height? Remember that the height is going to be from the vertex to the base in any isosceles triangle or scalene triangle that is not a right triangle. Okay, so with that being said, I know that the height of this particular triangle is 3. Now that I have the base and the height, I can substitute these numbers for the letters in my formula. So I'm going to substitute B for 11 and H for 3. Now it is time to solve the problem. Please write this information down and try to solve the problem on your own. Pause the video when you have an answer. All right, so let's talk about how to solve this problem. To find the area of this triangle, again, we would use 1/2 base times height, and we would use B equals 11 and 3 is the height. So we can fill in our formula by replacing the B and the H with 11 and 3. So area equals 1/2 of 11 times 3. Using our order of operations, we know that we multiply 11 times 3 first, which gives us 33, and then we figure out half of that. You can find half of 33 by multiplying by 1/2 or by dividing by 2. So half of 33 is 16.5. The area of this triangle is 16.5 centimeters squared. You will see these notes uploaded to the Google form. So this is just a reminder of how to find area of a triangle. Please copy down this information in your IMB so you have an example on how to find area. If the area of this triangle is 80 square centimeters and its base is 20 centimeters, what is the height? In this particular case, we're going to be given the area, but we need to figure out what is the height of this particular shape. Please draw this shape in your composition book and write down the information, including the dimensions and the area. Now, let's talk about how to solve this problem. The first thing I want to do is write down my formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2. It is very important that you write down your formula first. The next thing I want to do is I want to plug in my formula, substitute my formula. So I'm going to fill in my formula with the information I know. I know that the area is 80 centimeters squared. So I'm going to put 80 where it says area. And I also know that the base is 20 centimeters. So I'm going to put 20 instead of B. Now, I am missing the height. How will I find the height? Well, since I know that 20 times the height divided by 2 gives me 80, I need to work backwards in order to figure out how to find the height. Therefore, I'm going to multiply 80 times 2 and then divide by 20. I'm doing the opposite. So, since I know it was half, 80 is half of 20 times h, I'm going to multiply 80 times 2 and then divide that by 20. Once I do that, I'll be able to get my height. Pause the video and find out what is the height of this triangle. Alrighty, so now we need to find out the height. Remember that 80 times 2 is 160. And 160 divided by 20 is going to give us 8 centimeters. So the height of this triangle is 8 centimeters. Again, if you have not paused the video and written down this information, please do this. They will have examples just like this on your Google form. Alright, don't forget to complete the Google form when you're done. Make sure you answer all questions. This is for a grade. Also, don't forget your distance learning expectations. You're supposed to make sure that you get everything done by 4 p.m. on Friday. Have a great day.